How is it going, everyone? Brand Capital here. Welcome back to the channel. Hit the like and subscribe on the way in, and let's get right into this market update. Today is Friday, the 18th of December 2020, and I'm just going to go over a few pieces of news as well as a couple technical analysis on the S&P 500 index, the Bitcoin, and a few stocks that I think are worth paying attention to coming into next week. All right, let's get into it. Right in front of us, the S&P 500 index, ticker symbol SPY. Let's move on to the 30-minute chart, which is pretty much my favorite time frame when it comes to doing intraday technical analysis. So we can see that we actually closed yesterday at all-time high, 372.05. New record for the S&P. We died down a little bit in the after hours, but it's nicely picking up today. I'm recording this at 8:53, so roughly 45 minutes before market open. One of the pieces of news that was very consequential, I think, is the actual recommendation from the FDA to use the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. So in my opinion, it's very, very bullish for both the stock itself, ticker symbol MRNA. Let's have a quick look at it. Nice action yesterday, up 5% after sloping down a little bit. So we're trying to get back to our previous highs, 175, and yeah, a nice little bounce yesterday, 5% roughly. Very interesting. And other pieces of news I wanted to talk about is actually the SPAC Flying Eagle acquisition, a ticker I talked about on the channel previously, completed its merger with the company Skills, which is a gaming esports competitive platform which allows you to play small games against other people and actually make real money. Really interesting business model. I talked about it in the previous video, but I wanted to talk about it because yesterday price action for this new ticker symbol, which is now SKLZ, has been fairly positive. All right, TradingView will not let me see anything prior to this, which is kind of unfortunate. So basically the stock was battling between the 14 and, wow, my internet is terrible, I'm sorry about that, guys, between 14 and $18. And yesterday we saw a really nice bounce, especially into the last few, the second half of the day, basically, especially going into after hours. We closed actually almost at $21. Oh no, almost at $23, my bad. So very bullish for the stock. I strongly suggest you keep an eye on this one. They make money, they have no debt, they're growing, and they have a, a customer retention of 62 minutes per day per user, which is higher than TikTok, higher than Instagram, higher than Facebook, higher than YouTube, you name it. This is the most addictive application ever recorded, pretty much. Do your own research. I think it's a very interesting company. I was not exposed to the online gambling / gaming industry. I used to be previously, when I first started investing, I put quite a bunch of my money into the ETF called ESPO, which gathers either gaming developers, hardware developers, as well as streaming platforms, etc. So yeah, have a look at that, at this one. Second major piece of news, in my opinion, which I think could be the most consequential for us traders or investors. TRIT plunged yesterday from hitting all-time highs on Wednesday to all-time low on Thursday morning pre-market. Pretty scary. Full disclosure, I have a position. I have slowly been building my position in TRIT. We used to be NFIN, so it's another SPAC merger, which was fairly successful. It was hovering for quite some time between the $10 to $12 range. We had a nice run up, roughly 1 week after merger was completed, slow bleed out. Then a super bullish article came from I forgot the name of this dude, but basically coming out and saying that TRIT is the Amazon of commodity trading, and came out with a price target of $23. I'm sure I can find this real quick. There you go. So very bullish news on Thursday, followed by very, very bearish news. Basically, one of the key clients of TRIT is a company called Rhodium, which is intimately linked to TRIT since they have the same founder. So it spooked a bunch of investors, basically being afraid of some sort of conflict of interest, being afraid that Rhodium drags down TRIT to the ground. So this really nice article from Bloomberg explains why TRIT plunged. There's another one from the Motley Fool that you can probably find very easily as well. And yeah, basically, TRIT expects $1.7 million of outstanding advances due from related parties as of December 1st. So Rhodium owing $1.7 million to TRIT shaved off actually 35% of TRIT's valuation, which is, if you ask me, a little bit of an overreaction. As you can see, we previously hit all-time highs above 15 bucks. I was super excited because I was actually holding calls. I'm still holding them calls, and they basically went to zero. So rest in peace, my long call positions on TRIT, but it's okay. I'm in there for the long run. It was just a small bet. Always put money that you're willing to lose when it comes to buying call options, and that's exactly what I did. I'm fine with that. Another piece of news that was fairly consequential, and then I think I'm gonna keep this video as short as possible, was the actual APHA Tilray merger announcement. Super big deal, which I also try to play on the long side. And basically Tilray reacted a lot better than APHA to this piece of news, because obviously Tilray will benefit more from this deal than APHA, since Tilray has more debt, etc., etc., and the cost reduction will highly benefit Tilray over APHA, in my opinion. And that's about it. Okay, one last thing. Of course, I wanted to take a look at Bitcoin. My previous video was actually a technical analysis that I recorded right before it broke out. I actually recorded this right here. I was talking about this range that we were trying to break into right here, and it didn't miss, guys. We definitely broke out, hit new all-time highs, and yeah, let's just watch it play out. It's really interesting. Since yesterday, we've been stuck in this similar range, trying to go back to all-time highs, squeezing all day yesterday on the TTM squeeze, 30-minute chart indicator, and it seems like we're finally breaking to the downside. You see the momentum going negative, which maybe means we have some sort of Friday sell-off, profit taking. You know, this was a crazy move from 20.4 to just since I recorded the video, yeah, Bitcoin ran out 27% and then ends at 20%. So if you made a long position after watching my video on Wednesday, you would have been already up 21% on your investment. Of course, none of what I'm saying is financial advice. I'm just trying to put out as many valuable information that I can for you guys. And yeah, one more thing. I just wanted to have a look at the Bitcoin related stocks, such as RIOT blockchain, which I cannot find. Obviously, it will retract a little bit as well, since it's following Bitcoin to a T. Especially when all eyes are on Bitcoin, then there is a stronger attention brought to these smaller tickers. Therefore, they will follow Bitcoin price action a little more accurately. So this is today's pre-market action, actually. So we're selling off. So this is a marker here because this is the candle on which I sold a 10.5 covered call on RIOT. Sold another one at 12, a little further out. So I was talking about in my previous video how it's really important when you're selling calls to space them out, not sell everything at once, because a better opportunity might present itself. So yeah, nice run up, 52-week highs, roughly 11.9, and yeah, now we slowly consolidating back down and waiting for the next run up, I would say. Be super careful though. Typically, when Bitcoin hits new highs, it has that 20% correction, which would bring us, let's see, from the highs, okay? What 20% is looking like. Yeah. It would bring us back to 950 for RIOT. And when it comes to Bitcoin, it would roughly bring us to, yeah, right here, back to back to 19,000 roughly. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. I would love to see consolidating for a little longer and maybe nibble some more RIOT if RIOT breaks down. What happened to Mara though? Mara ran like crazy yesterday. Yeah, following a similar pattern. You can see the orange line as the Bitcoin BTC USD right here, and you can see that this is exactly what I want to see. I want to see them following Bitcoin as precisely as possible, because I look at Bitcoin and I can see or feel what these stocks will do with, let's say, a couple minutes delay. It sometimes allows me to place that covered call and get filled before the stock starts dropping back down. Okay? All right, I'll come out this weekend with a recap video with all the trades I took, whether it's covered calls, whether it's just taking long positions. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.